Hey guys, back at it. This is day 159 in my 1 year daily diary challenge. This challenge was prompted after I completed a 100-day challenge. And if you want more information about that first 100 days, which is really, really cool, and it pushed me out of my comfort zone for sure, just go back and look at those first 100 days. And we will get started in day 159. So today is a Saturday, and we had planned to go to my grandma's, also planned to do some kind of, her church was having a free thrift store kind of thing where they all year they collect clothing, furnishings, home goods, like toys, all kinds of stuff, and then they open it up in December and just offer it to anybody who might be in need. Come through, get whatever you want, and no questions asked. So she had been taking carloads. My grandmother had been taking carloads of things over there, just purging, getting rid of, putting in the church. And the kids were excited. They're like, yes, we want to do this free thrift store thing. And then I told them before we went to bed, I was like, hey, so we have to get up and out of the house at 7:30 in the morning. And they were like, no, it's Saturday. We're supposed to be sleeping in and relaxing. And I said, it's really up to you guys if you want to get up that early and go. I don't care either way. And so they both made a decision that it wasn't that important to go to look through all of this stuff for free, and they would rather sleep in and chill. So that's the decision that we made. So instead of waking them up super early, I let them sleep in. I got to sleep in as well, which was lovely. And then we kind of slowly got everybody, up and ready. And my grandmother had been getting a whole bunch of stuff together to do a raclette lunch, dinner. And, it's kind of hard to explain. It's similar to like a fondue setup, but everybody has these little handled skillets almost that go underneath the setup, and then on top there's a griddle. And so it's specifically for the specific type of cheese raclette, and I am not the cheese expert. My mom is, so I will explain into my best knowledge. But it's just, you can grill stuff on the top and you can melt the cheese on the bottom. And the way that my grandmother likes to do it is she gets everything you could possibly imagine you would want to put on such a thing. So she had like 8 different kinds of cheeses. She had like 3 different kinds of meats. She had 4 different kinds of meats. She had raw veggies. She had preserved veggies. She had onions and jalapenos and little mini Italian bread slices. What else? She had all different kinds of stuff. So much stuff. It was like, feeding 10 people and there were only 4 of us. So she had been talking to me about all the things she had purchased for this, and that when we were heading over, just to let her know, she went to her market to play bingo, and then we were just, slowly getting up and getting going. So I got the kids up, got them going. We all did our showers. We all did, gathered our things that we needed to bring with us. I have been car searching. So over the last couple of days, since Friday afternoon, when the dealership, or not the dealership, when the insurance company let me know that my car was a total loss and that I wouldn't be getting it back, I decided to take the recommendations. And it's really hard in North Carolina to get a totaled car rebuilt, and I am going to take this as an opportunity to find something new, something exciting, something that works better for me. And although I am, following my excitement and really living in the moment of getting something new, it's a lot of things to think about, especially since I didn't have anywhere that I had started like looking for a new vehicle at all. So I've just been like having my list of excitements for my car. It's like, I really wanted to have heated seats. I really wanted to have a panoramic roof. I really wanted to be, leather interior that's on the darker side. I wanted to be like a mini SUV. So, have the capacity to fit a lot of things, a lot of people if need be, have a towing capacity if possible, possibly most definitely have great gas mileage or like an eco hybrid option. So like as I'm looking, I'm realizing that panoramic roofs are not a thing on a lot of cars. So my pool of picking is very low. And then then at one point when I was looking, I kind of got like defeated, and I was like, I'm just going to look at the same car. Like the same car that I had before. So it's like a 2014 Prius V5. It's like the top trim, and it's got a lot of, like, for me, it's perfect. But the Prius is not a tow capacity car. Like, I probably couldn't tow a camper, or I probably couldn't tow, like an ATV or a toy on the back of it. So I love my panoramic roof that I have in my old car, and that's one thing that brought me a lot of joy, is hopping in my car, opening the pano roof, no matter what season it is. It didn't have the option to actually open the window to get air in. It was just more of nature in the car, I think. And then just to put on some music and going down the road, and that brought me a lot of joy. So it's like all the things I really want. I need a good back seat that's going to have a lot of leg room. It's going to be able to like recline and do some fun things, because the kids are going to get bigger and older, and they're going to need more space. And I'm just thinking, like, how can I get this done by Wednesday, when I'm going to lose my rental car from the insurance company? But again, if I don't find the car that I love and I'm not ready to purchase, I will just rent. And my idea is to rent vehicles that I might be interested in, so that I have like a week or 2 weeks to drive such a car, to see like, hey, is this really something that fits me? Is this really something that brings me joy? So that is my thought process, where I'm not getting defeated or upset that I'm like, oh, I'm going to lose a rental car. I'm going to be stuck without anything. I won't ever be stuck without anything, because I have resources and I will be just fine. So in the morning, before the kids kind of got up and ready, I was sitting down looking at cars. And then when it was time to get going, pack them up and get them ready, get in the car, go to my grandma's house. Once we got there, she had me move around some trash cans so that she could pull her car in backwards to her carports. Then the front of the car can get some sun and be like kind of warmed up when she gets in, which was a great idea. She has been going through a lot of her office stuff, so a lot of paperwork. And so we got out there with like 4 huge bags of paper and documents and all the different things that she had put in there in the burn barrel, and just hung out for a couple hours burning and watching to make sure nothing else burned that wasn't supposed to. She let out her chickens, and as I was doing all of that and kind of observing, I was thinking like, wow, she is really sufficient. Like, she gets out there, she can do the burn barrel herself. She can do a fire in the fireplace in her house herself. She can sweep off or blow off the leaves on her porch herself. She can get out there and she can take care of her chickens herself. She can do a lot of things herself. She could drive her car all over the place. She could back it in at the carport. And, she is doing her herbal business. She is doing her canning. She is doing cards with the ladies at church. She is very much involved with her church. Like, all these things she is doing. And it is keeping her busy, and it is giving her purpose. And thinking about her moving, and thinking about needing to plug in somewhere and to keep that purpose and to be able to do things, so that she doesn't go from having all of this stuff that she's doing and having all of this purpose to going to having a quarter of it. So that's kind of, I have that in my mind, and I'm going to keep that in the front because I want her to feel like still has purpose, and not to lose that. So, and then that also makes me think of that too. Like it's great to have technology and advancements in the way that we can get stuff done. Like we have a dishwasher, so we don't have to stand over the sink and wash dishes for hours. We have a washing machine that washes our clothes. These things are great. But we've gotten away from doing things for ourselves so much that we are lacking a lot of purpose. And so I have really been thinking about that and trying to put that in my kids' minds as well. Like in our house, like we all have something we need to do. We have to take care of this. We have to take care of that. We have to do this. We have to take the trash out. Somebody has to sweep the floor. Somebody has to mop the floor, wiping down the counters. Like doing cleanliness routines together to keep us in this state of purpose. Plus, they have both school. My daughter's very involved with all of her projects and things, and she definitely has purpose in that. So I've just been thinking about that. The more that we get away from doing things ourselves and the more we allow other people to do everything for us, the less purpose we have, and we're just like floating through life with like, okay, what are we doing? Nothing. So sometimes we lose that motivation. And I wouldn't say that I've lost that motivation. I have stepped more into this mode of wanting to live life to its fullest and just like chase the excitement. And if that excitement is in doing dishes, if that excitement is in leaving the dishes and like going out and having coffee with a friend, or, going on a hike, or taking a weekend trip, or like whatever it might be, sitting on the sofa and meditating, like whatever excites me the most and draws me to it, I am going to chase after it. But that does not mean that I am not doing all the things I should be doing. My purpose is with my kids right now. My purpose is taking care of myself and learning who I am so that I can best show up for me and then my kids. And it's that overflow. Fill up your cup so that it overflows and everybody, benefits from that. Yeah, so we went over to her house, we did the burn barrel. I noticed, all the things that she does. We did the raclette, so we sat down, we got everything out on the table, we started cooking. My son had a great time doing his cooking. My daughter did a great time doing her cooking. And it was so much food. We were all super full. And then we just hung out for the rest of the evening. We talked and helped, pack up some more stuff. I helped put up the Christmas tree and the Christmas lights for her so then she can put up some of the ornaments, and it's just a lot. So I won't be going over there midweek this week just because I have to go to the car place and do all that fun stuff. But we were talking about doing some other things together so that hopefully I'll be able to go over there at some point just to make up for not going Wednesday. But yeah, we had a great time, a fun day. It was a long day again. I started yawning when it got dark outside, so we were definitely I needed to wrap it up and get home before I got super tired. And yeah, so we packed it up in the car and we said goodbye, and I drove home, and my daughter and I were talking about all kinds of different things, all her projects she has going on, and how she's getting inspiration in the shower. And I'm like, but you take long showers anyway, so just don't take too long of a shower. Anyway, we just goofing off with each other and talking about different things. And then we got home, and I kind of sat down to chill for a minute, and I got on the computer and she got on the computer, and we're both looking at different cars, and I was looking at reviews, and the time definitely slipped away from us, and it was really late. and we were both super tired. So no yoga happened, but we can always do morning yoga. And my son was playing games on his phone with his friends, and it was just a wonderful Saturday. We got a lot of accomplishments done, and I'm seeing more connections happening with the kids, like these little connections where I'm releasing the need to control certain aspects and to be right all the time. And I'm just like making sure I let them know I'm here. I love them. And whenever they're ready to move through their big feelings, which are okay to have, that I'm there. So we've, been keeping open conversation and talking about a lot of things, which is great. I love it. And I think that's it. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. And we are planning to chill tomorrow, and we're planning to go to the movies. So we'll get into that tomorrow. But I thank you so much for being here, for supporting me by listening, by subscribing, sharing, commenting, all the things. I love you guys so much. And I thank you so much for being here and allowing me to be authentic in this space and kind of get all my words out. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have an amazing day or night, wherever you are. Peace.